if you'll please rise and join me in the flag salute. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a seat, folks. Under ceremonials, Fair Housing Month, April 2015. I want to call up Marie Flannery, Compliance Manager, Inland Fair Housing and Mediation Board. Come on up. I don't know what that is. Out there, smiling on candid camera. We have a proclamation for you, and it reads, whereas fair housing is a right emphasized by the U.S. Congress beginning with the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 and the amendments of 1988. And whereas the Fair Housing Act and its amendments of 1988 prohibit discrimination in the sale, rental, or financing of housing because of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, handicap, and familial status. And whereas 2015 marks the 47th anniversary of the passage of the Civil Rights Acts of 1968. And whereas the city of Chino has participated in the Federal Community Development Block Grant program and has been made a commitment to equal housing opportunity as a condition of life in our community that can and should be achieved. And whereas as part of the CDBG program, the city of Chino, through its partnership with Inland Fair Housing and Mediation Board, assesses fair housing needs in the community, conducts fair housing workshops, and promotes fair and equal access to rental, sales, and lending in housing. And whereas the Inland Fair Housing and Mediation Board, working in conjunction with the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development and the State of California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, provides an informational housing office for the citizens of Chino in order to answer questions concerning discrimination in housing. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Yates, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2015 as Fair Housing Month.
Thank you.
I'd like to present this to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Basically, you just said everything I was going to say. So I just wanted to say that we, are happy that the city of Chino is celebrating Fair Housing Month with us and acknowledging the progress that we have made as a country, as Californians, since the passing of the Fair Housing Act 47 years ago. And, every April, Inland Fair Housing and Mediation Board renews our commitment to continue our efforts to end housing discrimination in our communities. We are making progress, but as President Johnson said on the signing of the Fair Housing Act on April 11th, 1968, we have come some of the way, not near all of it. There is much yet to do, and we continue working on.
I think one of the biggest problems with this is a lot of people don't know they're being discriminated.
Exactly.
The guy will just come that way around and they go, oh, well, they'll walk off. So a lot of people don't know their rights.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that Inland Fair Housing and Mediation Board does is work hard at educating the community. Yeah. We have, fair housing workshops coming up in May, and we provide those free to the community every May and October. People can call our office if they have questions, speak to landlord-tenant mediators and also fair housing specialists. So, we continue to...
Yeah, you guys do a great job, and we appreciate all you do to help out the people.
Well, thank you.
And educate them. That's the most important
That is
part.
the most important.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
I got all kinds of proclamations this evening. Child Abuse Prevention Month, April 2015. Ariana Farado, Management Assistant, City of Chino, and Christy Lofik, Children's Network Community and Events Coordinator, San Bernardino County, if you'll come forward. I can't pronounce Ariana's last name. I know, we'll keep working on it. I have a proclamation. Whereas April 2015 has been designated as Child Abuse Prevention Month by county, state, and federal governments for the purpose of promoting community involvement in the preventing child abuse. And whereas the City of Chino and community partners believe all children have the right to be free from harm and to have their physical, emotional, and educational needs met. And whereas there are 5,200 confirmed victims of child abuse and neglect in San Bernardino County each year, Sick people. Whereas the City of Chino, Chino Unified School District, and County of San Bernardino are dedicated to finding ways to protect all children and provide resources for those in need. And whereas child abuse and neglect can be reduced by ensuring each family has the support they need to raise the children in a healthy environment. And whereas the City of Chino recognizes the blue ribbon as the international symbol for child abuse prevention in order to raise community awareness and support for this cause. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Shates, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby proclaim April 2015 as Child Abuse Prevention Month. I'd like to present that to you.
I want to continue to say thank you. I've been here the last several years, and thank you, Mayor Yates and Council, for continuing to support April as Child Abuse Prevention Month and acknowledge it. And I think Chino is doing a great job in helping to prevent child abuse. And I do want to let you know, and I've said this before, that anyone can call to report child abuse. You can call anonymously. You can just dial 211. We have a great resource system. You don't need to know the child abuse hotline number. You can use it, but the 211 system will put you right through to our child abuse hotline, report anonymously, but you can also receive resources through our 211 system. So it's just a great system that we have in place.
Yeah,
So
that's great the work you guys do. I'm still astounded at the numbers.
Yeah, they're very
Now, Ariana, were you going to speak on behalf of the community development? I mean, community services?
Chino Human Services.
Human services?
Yes.
Well, that's where she used to work. Now she works in the admin office upstairs.
Yes, indeed. Still 30%.
This is the
City of
last
Chino
time you get to
Human
work for them.
Services, though.
Go ahead, Ariana.
Well, City of Chino Human Services programs, like the counseling programs and case management programs, dedicate themselves to supporting local families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. So we work together with our partners like San Bernardino County here today to reduce emotional, I'm sorry, excuse me, to promote children's emotional well-being. And if you're looking for any kind of resources or ways to receive help, you're welcome to visit our website, cityofchino.org/counseling.
Very good. Well, we appreciate well, you don't have to do this anymore. You're getting up here with, we do appreciate all you do for the children. Let's have a big round of applause. Next proclamation, 45th Annual Earthy Day. It's supposed to be Earthy Day or Earth Day? This says Earthy. Kind of like that, 45th Annual Earthy Day. April 22nd, 2015. Call up Ruben Valdez, Environmental Coordinator here in the City of Chino. Ruben? How you doing, Ruben? Proclamation night. Whereas the first Earth Day, I like it earthy, day was celebrated in April 22, 1970 with the goal of inspiring environmental awareness and encouraging for conservation, protection, and appreciation of our nation's natural resources. And whereas 2015 is the 45th anniversary of the holiday and Earth Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas it's our responsibility to safeguard the environment by recognizing that all human life depends upon the earthy, I keep saying that, upon one another for our mutual existence, well-being, and development. And whereas taking a proactive approach to protect and preserve our natural environment through education, partnerships, and positive actions as a responsibility we share. And whereas through the cooperation of the residents of the City of Chino and community groups, the benefits of safeguarding our environment by proper conservation practices can pass on enduring heritage of a healthy society, robust economy, and vital natural resources to the citizens of Chino. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Shates, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015 as Earth Day. I'd like to present you with that.
Well, thank you, Mayor and council members, for this proclamation. 45 years ago, the first Earth Day was celebrated to promote environmental awareness. Since then, environmental awareness has grown around the world. And this year, the City of Chino, along with the Inland Empire Utilities Agency, will be co-hosting an Earth Day celebration at the Chino Creek Wetlands and Educational Park. The celebration will be conducted on April 15th and the 16th, so next week, the Wednesday and Thursday. The 15th has been reserved just for schools, and the 16th will be open to the general public. So I want to take this opportunity to invite all of our community to come out and join us on that celebration. It's scheduled for from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. There'll be plenty of food, activities, and a lot of giveaways for the whole family, so everybody can come out and enjoy. The Chino Creek Wetlands and Educational Park is located at the corner of Kimball Avenue and El Prado Road.
Right.
So once again, the whole family can come out and enjoy.
Are they going to give tours of the wetland?
Yes, so there'll be tours. It'll be accessible to walk the whole the wetlands area.
If you guys haven't seen that, you need to go. It's IEUA did a great job in putting that in years ago, and it's pretty well grown out now, and it looks really, really good.
Right, all the vegetation has been
Yeah.
established, so
Nice.
it looks pretty good. So once again, I want to thank the council and the mayor for providing us with the resources and the support we need to make this event possible. Thank you.
Our privilege. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Give them a round. Now, this next recognition is truly, truly deserved. I wouldn't do their job for nothing. It's a recognition of Public Safety Telecommunications Week. That's the dispatchers at the PD. April 12th through the 18th, 2015. Well, I'd like to call up our Chief of Police, Karen Comstock. Karen?
I'd also like to invite up some of my co-workers.
Sure, absolutely.
Come on up. Good evening, Mayor Yates. Members of the City Council. It's my honor tonight to introduce some of the members of our dispatch center, starting with our supervisor, Debbie Constantakos, standing to her left, Alexis Covarrubias, Sheena Varela, Paula Schul, Jennifer Latham, and Rebecca Biederman. Ladies and gentlemen, as the mayor previously mentioned, dispatching is a very, very complex and very difficult job. And I think a lot of us take for granted what goes into from when that call is placed either on 911 or on the business line to or safely arriving that police officer to your call for service. And these employees right here are some of who serve in our communications center. I like to call dispatch, especially when it's really, really going on in there, an orchestra of chaos. Because these dispatchers know exactly what they're doing. They're mining data out of several different databases. And what's unique about our dispatchers is they genuinely care, not just about the safety of the person on the other end of the line, but also the safety, the officer safety of all of our employees in the field. So for those of you who are here tonight and for your coworkers, we thank you. We honor you for Public Safety Communications Week. We thank you for your dedication to the safety of our community. You are an exceptional team of professionals in your own right, and thank you for all your service. And I'll turn it back over to the mayor.
Yeah, I'll echo that too. If you folks haven't been to our new police department up on Walnut, the dispatch center looks like something out of NASA, doesn't it? Like you're going to launch a rocket in the air or something. It's pretty cool to see it. Just to, if you ever get a chance and you get a chance to tour that facility, check out the dispatch center. It's pretty nifty. Well, with that, ladies, we appreciate all you do, and I know what you do, and I wouldn't do it. But it gets very tense sometimes when something's going down pretty heavy, and they all are able to keep their cool, which they have to do. But you guys do a great job and keep up the good work. Let's give them a round of applause for what they do. Good job, ladies. Good job. And we have one for Haggard, too. Is this Haggard? No.
No, this is the last one.
Okay, all right. Get back to work. Next is Mayor's Home Beautification Award for April 2015. I'd like to call up Michael and Deanna Ramirez, living here on Holly Avenue. Come on up, folks. We got a beautiful picture of their home. You can see it up here on the TV monitor. Yeah, there's. I remember years ago. Were you mayor? and I think Eunice was mayor at the time, and they called it, and then we show it like this, and the lady looks and says, "That ain't my house." And Eunice went, remember that? Every time I present this, I remember that. That ain't my house.
No.
We have a certificate, Mayor's Home Beautification Award, and to thank you for the continued improvement and maintenance of your home, resulting in a substantial contribution to the overall appearance of our community.
Thank you.
And we got some other goodies for you. We have a 2 lapel pins like I'm wearing. I'll let Dad hold it there. We have a Chino pen and pencil set. And there's a Go camera. Oh, and we'd like to put this in your yard, declaring you the winner for this month. And what we do at the end of the year, we review the 12 winners. We pick a super winner. We invite that person or persons to the mayor's State of the City address. We feed you lunch, and we give you an extra little prize for being the house of the year. So we really appreciate you keeping your house so beautiful. Where's there it is. Now, who does all the work?
He does.
You do all the work?
Most of the outside work I do. She does all the inside work, you know.
What's the inside work?
That's what I ask her. I said, "What are you doing outside? You should be outside with me."
Don't swing on him, I might get hit. Well, does she do any supervising?
Oh, plenty of that. Yeah.
Oh, this guy, whew.
The honeydews?
Yeah, oh, plenty of those, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we want to congratulate you. You got a beautiful home. We appreciate you keeping it up. And hopefully you can win the year deal. That'd be nice.
Certainly.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's more. Melissa's here from Supervisor Kurt Hagman's office to present you with a certificate.
Hi, Melissa. On behalf of Supervisor Kurt Hagman, we just want to recognize the importance of this fabulous Mayor's Award and within the county that we really appreciate. And everything that you do for the city of Chino is fabulous for the county of San Bernardino. So we really appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much. We have a nice award for you. No boxes, unfortunately. Thanks.
Yeah, Kurt Hagman's cheap.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Oops.
I know there's a lot of oopses. All right.
She tells me this is called a selfie.
That's right. We're ready. Ready? Okay, we're in.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Paper flying all over here. Okay, next is public communication. This is the time where you can address the council on any issue not shown on the agenda. Brown Act and council policy is we cannot take any action on an item that is not agendized. I have 3 requests to speak. First is Don Brennan. Don, you folks are reminded you have 5 minutes for your presentation. Mr. Brennan?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, council members. I'm Don Brennan, a 25-year resident of the city of Chino at 4840 Jackson Court. I'm brand new to all of this, and you might think of me as a Johnny-come-lately with what I'm about to talk about. But it's an old problem, and I might be able to address it in a new way. The city allows legal fireworks for the 4th of July, and with that comes illegal fireworks from all over. The city of Chino has become an illegal firework magnet. Anybody who's been here for 4th of July has seen the war zone. Years ago, there was a fire on my own street caused by kids playing with illegal fireworks. Luckily, the neighborhood was there. We put out the fire fast. We were ready that time. We might not always be. Because of the ongoing drought, as you know, the governor of California has just ordered a 25% cutback in water usage. I think it's a pretty safe assumption that lawns are going to be dry and other vegetation is going to be dry and far more prone to fires this year. Drunks playing with matches and explosives during a severe drought with a mandatory 25% water cutback is a disaster waiting to happen. Is there a plan to deal with this? I talked to a battalion chief just today over at the Chino Valley Fire Department, and the fire department will increase the staff as it normally does on the 4th of July, but has no plan to increase it any further because of the drought. Can we please outlaw fireworks in the city of Chino? Is there a petition I can sign? Is there a petition I can start? I don't know the process. This is my first day trying to achieve something I think that needs to be done. If not that, can we maybe have a moratorium this year on fireworks and see what happens next year? That's all I got. Thanks for listening.
We appreciate your testimony. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Well, so one thing I forgot is I got a request from Pastor Lynn Thrush of Gateway Community Church to do our invocation. Those that would like to participate, please stand. Pastor?
Let's pray together. Lord God, we honor you as creator and our ultimate provider. We acknowledge that because you love your creation, you're working in all kinds of ways by your grace, bringing about good. In the city, may families and homes be marked by peace. May those who provide care in times of need be refreshed continually to do their important work. May those who work with children be filled with hope and joy in their task. May those who care for the older citizens be infused with continued compassion. And bless our administrators. This evening, the work of the mayor and city council, may they not be weary in doing well. May wisdom and insight and love attend their decisions. And for your faithfulness in character and your attending our prayer, we thank you. Amen.
Amen. Have a seat, folks. Thank you, Pastor. Next, I'd like to call up Melissa Campani. Melissa, from Supervisor Hagman's office again.
Oh, good evening once again, Mayor, City Council members. Thank you for having me speak tonight. Just a couple of events I'm hoping to announce to you and your citizens in Chino. Our first event coming up on April 18th that we're calling our Tax and Tatter event, which it's a shredding event. And we're hoping that after tax day and people have some extra papers around for their safety and security, we are hoping that they bring them on by. We're going to have one of the large trucks, and they're actually going to be shredding in front of people, which is kind of nice. And this is presented to you by Supervisor Kurt Hagman and SEBA, the Safety Employees Benefit Association, in conjunction. The event is going to be held between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., and there's a median on Euclid Avenue in front of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce office. And so that is where that event will be held. And once again, we're encouraging everyone to bring all the papers out for safety reasons. We need to shred and be very careful today. So we're looking forward to that event. We also have another nice event, which I have a flyer on, and I'll bring one up for you. We're working on an open house for Supervisor Kurt Hagman. It's going to be a meet and greet. He, of course, will be there. We're going to be having some food refreshment. And this event is going to be held on April 30th, which is a Thursday, between 5 and 7:30 p.m. And it's going to be in front of our district office in Chino Hills, which, as you may or may not know, is very near the Chino Hills City Hall and Library. So we're going to have festivities. We're also going to have booths. I know that the county is sometimes a bit mysterious for our constituents. So we are going to have some booths out from representing the county so that some of our citizens can get an idea of some of the services that we offer. And that's all I wanted to announce this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Melissa. We appreciate the
We
information.
hope to see you all there.
Thank you. Next up, Reef Coleman from my favorite sub shop, Jersey Mike's.
Hello, City of Chino. Hi, I'm actually a really bad public speaker, so I'm going to get that out in the first.
Well, you're in good company. We all are.
Thanks. If I start to
worry about it.
hyperventilate, I apologize. I'll just pass out quietly. We're here in the City of Chino. We are also in the City of Chino Hills now, across from the Shops. Is that how you pronounce that? Shops. Someone told me Shops. I don't know if it was like Target.
We don't care.
Shops. I don't know.
We don't care where you're at in Chino Hills.
Cool. Chino.
We care about the one you have on Philadelphia and Central.
Awesome. So Philadelphia,
That's
the one
what
on
we
Philadelphia
care
and Central, we're doing a fundraiser with both actually, both shops, the Chino Hill shop and the Chino one. And we'll be doing 20 schools all together as a giant fundraiser. And this is what it looks like here. I brought a little flyer to show you. Ta-da. So that's, everybody? Yeah, sweet. Show and tell. Remember that? So the way it works is that every coupon that gets redeemed inside the store in an 11-day period, we give $3 back to the schools. That's a generic. So this is one that we actually print out ourselves, and we put about 50 to 80,000 into the public, and that gets spread evenly amongst the schools as it gets brought into the stores. We even go a step further and give each school their own flyer with their own logo on it, and for every flyer that gets brought in or coupon from their own school, they get $3 back directly to their school.
Cool.
So, quick math, 3 coupons, or $3 per coupon, 4 coupons, $12 per page, 3,000 flyers that we give them equals a possible $36,000 that each school could raise for themselves in an 11-day period. So it's pretty much just writing a blank check and letting them go for it. Along with that, we then do the generic pool, which is the 50 to 80,000 flyers that we'll put onto the public. That gets put into a pool. The schools that do at least 10% of their coupon count by student population, we allow them to take an even cut from that pool price. So yeah, it's a big fundraiser, and we give back a lot of money, and that's
nice.
what Jersey Mike's is about, giving back and pouring back into the community. I think March month of giving, we just raised $3.5 million for local charities across the entire United States. That's with 1,500 locations open across the United States. Other large companies such as big pizza competitors that have over 10,000 stores will raise about $2 million in a year. So 1,500 stores, $3 million. And then 10,000 stores, $2 million. So Jersey Mike's is just a juggernaut, and it believes in giving back. It's a beautiful brand. So I'm just here to let you guys know. Expect that towards the end of April, beginning of May. I am in communication with the school board, Chino Valley School District, which handles both school districts at once.
Well, how do we normal, just regular citizens get our hands on that coupon?
It will be dropped off to your house via a mailer.
Oh, okay,
so
great,
the coupon will be
great.
dropped into every household into Chino and Chino Hills, and also the schools themselves will be passing them out, and I'll do my due
Good.
diligence of giving it to the chamber. That way they can populate it into the community as well.
Yeah, I was telling Reef I go there all the time, the one in Philadelphia and Central.
Number 8.
And what's nice is they cut their meat fresh right there in front of you. And I get the club sub. I get it Mike's Way. They got this special dressing they put on. Man, it's killer.
Oh, vinegar.
Yeah.
You know?
I go so much, I get free ones every once in a while. You log in your phone number in the front there.
That's the way to go. Yes.
Yeah. And so when I go to, they ring me up, they go, oh, you can get a free, I go, okay, I'll take it.
Sell for free points. No one else gives you free food, so
That's
good
right.
to have.
Yeah, they do.
Now they need to do that at the gas station. That'd be awesome. So,
Yeah.
Baby steps.
The sandwiches are yummy.
Thank you, sir.
So if you get that coupon, take advantage of it. It's a good deal.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
I do have long arms. I don't have the thing that she has, but can I take a selfie with you guys? Is that? She's gonna be like this.
All right.
2015, welcome, huh? Hey everyone, smile and
Cheese.
I love it.
Selfie night.
That's how it works, right? Proclamation. I also used to do youth ministry, so this is actually a baby that I created from the youth ministry world, how to give back to schools and how to pour back into our children.
Good for
So
you.
I think our youth is really what grows our nation.
And they're hungry.
And they're hungry,
Trust
which is
me.
important, yes. All right, thank you so
Okay,
much.
Reef, thank you
Bless
for
you.
your
Have a good
input.
night.
I appreciate it. That's all the written requests I have for public communications. Is there anybody else in the audience that wish to address the council on an item that does not appear on the agenda? Okay, now we're going to get into the students that are standing along the wall and seated. I know we have some from Don Lugo and we have some from Cal State Fullerton. So what we'd like you to do is line up at the podium, give us your name, your school, your teacher, and what subject it is. So you get up in line and get up here. You'll
Army's first.
Army's first.
Lead the way. My name is Vincent Elias. I'm here for Don Lugo High School. Government, Mr. Sadeh.
Okay, welcome.
Hi, my name is Diana. I'm from Don Lugo, and I came here for economics class for Mr. High Street.
Oh, great.
Hi, I'm Annette Solorzano, and I came from Don Lugo, and I came here for my economics class with Mr. High Street.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is Benny Mendez, and I came for my econ class also for Mr. High Street.
Welcome.
My name is Eddie Ramos. I go to Don Lugo High School, and I'm here for Mr. High Street for economics.
You wrestle for them?
Yes.
Do you know my granddaughter? Jessica Broadway? Went to CIF.
My name is Ricardo Lara. I'm from Don Lugo, and I came here for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Marcus Pendleton, and I came from Don Lugo for Mr. High Street's economics class.
Welcome.
My name is Caitlin Bailey. I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm here in government, Mr. Sadeh.
Welcome.
My name is Cassidy Smith, and I'm here from Don Lugo for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Good to have you.
I'm Caitlin Reinhardt, and I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm here for Mr. Sadeh's government class.
Welcome.
Hello, my name's Otto Zaya, and I'm here with Don Lugo for Mr. Sadeh's economics class.
Very good.
My name's Robert Avino. I'm from Don Lugo, and here for Miss Carpentier's government
Welcome.
class.
My name's Kyle Moore. I go to Don Lugo. I'm here for Mr. Sadeh's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Jasmine. I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm from Mr. High Street's economics class.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Paula Tapia. I go to Cal State Fullerton, and I'm here for James Seymour Political Science class.
Oh, welcome. Always. Where do you live?
I live here.
Oh, you live in Chino? Yeah. Good for you.
Hi, my name's Fernando Velasquez. I'm from Don Lugo, from Mr. High Street's economic class.
Welcome.
I'm Sebastian Pena. I'm here for...
He doesn't know why he's here. Why am I here? That's too funny.
I'm here for Mr. Sadeh's government class.
Okay, good for you. Forgot why I was here.
Hi, I'm Jorge Tenorio, and I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm doing this for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Well, welcome. Appreciate you guys showing up, and I'm sure your teacher will have made you come, so hopefully you'll pick up something during the meeting. Okay, we'll close public communications. Next is the consent calendar. Any item wishing to be pulled for discussion can be done now. Seeing none, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Yaloa, seconded by Council Member Elrod. Please vote. The consent calendar passes in the majority. Next, item 10, property tax relocation of LAFCO reorganization. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, that was consent. I'm sorry. Under public hearing, item 11, multifamily housing revenue bonds by the California Statewide Communities Development Authority. Our staff report this evening is about Armando Copian, our principal planner. Armando?
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Yates, and good evening, members of the council. Bridge Housing Corporation has actually submitted an application to the California Municipal Finance Authority. So I want to make a correction on that. The California Statewide Community Development Authority is not the correct entity. So the financing that's been submitted to CMFA is for the construction of a 198-unit for rent affordable housing project known as Ivy at College Park Phase 2. As you know, Bridge recently completed the Phase 1 development of 135 very low-income multifamily development that very successfully and is fully occupied right now.
It is? Oh, jeez.
As you know, this matter came before the council on March 3rd. However, at the time of that hearing, the funding request was lower than what was needed, so this public hearing is required to increase the new amount of financing to $28 million. Tonight's public hearing is in accordance with the Tax and Equity Fiscal Responsibility Act, more commonly referred to as a TEFRA hearing. The TEFRA hearing process is a public accountability procedure involving the legislative body of the program participant in which the project is located. The notice of public hearing was published as required by law. The bonds will be the sole responsibility of the borrower, and the city will have no financial, legal, moral obligation, liability, or responsibility for the project or the repayment of the bonds for the financing of the project. In conclusion, staff recommends the City Council adopt resolution number 2015-012, approving the issuance of multifamily housing revenue bonds by the California Municipal Finance Authority on behalf of Bridge Housing Corporation in connection with the development of a multifamily affordable rental housing facility known as Ivy at College Park Phase 2. Tonight with us is Dan Barker with CMFA and Alexis Lang with Bridge Housing, should the council have any further questions. This concludes my report.
Thank you. Well, prior to council questions or comments, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody in the audience wishing to address the council on this issue may do so now. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments from council members?
Quick one.
Councilman Howie.
Yeah, Armando, so this second phase will complete the 330 affordable housing units in College Park.
That's correct, 198 units on this second phase.
What's these number of units? Are they mostly one bedrooms, or are they 1 and 2s, or are there any 3s? What?
I believe there's a mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Alexis, is that correct?
Yeah. And what's the total amount of population increase of this 200 units? Well, what's the average number of
family
people
per unit?
Yeah.
Approximately 3 or 4, or?
The family size can be 3 people in 3 bedroom or more, depending. Yeah, on average, about 300 people.
We can't hear a word you're saying. You'd have to come up to the podium. We can't hear you.
So
they definitely can't hear you on TV land.
Yeah. Okay. My question was, on the first phase, what's the approximate population, and then what do we anticipate in these 200 units, roughly?
So the first phase is 135 units. I don't have the correct number of total residents there. I would guess around 200, 215. Depends on. And in this phase, we're looking around 300 total residents.
So just about 1.5 per unit. That's all that we have in these.
Well, it depends on the sizing of the unit. So the average size. So, sorry, guess. Sorry.
So for the state, for TCAC, Tax Credit Allocation Committee, there is regulations on how many people can be per unit. And on average, for affordable projects, it's about 1.5. But with the 3 bedrooms, it obviously goes up quite a bit more than the 1 bedroom. So on average, it'll roughly be about 300 to 350, depending on how many people move into the larger units.
Okay. So we'll probably have, out of the next 200 units, probably 350 or 400 more people, probably.
I wouldn't say 400. I'd say more around 300 to 350 because there aren't that many 3 bedrooms in this phase. It's only 16% of the units.
Okay. All right. Okay. That answers my question.
Thank you. Councilman Elrod and myself went to the ribbon cutting of the Phase 1 project, and you guys do a knockout job. That's a beautiful facility. They have a playground for the kids, and they got a nice medium in the middle, and really nice apartments. And the very low income, you can get a 1 bedroom then, probably already occupied, was like $400 a month. It's really affordable and a really nice facility. Oh yeah, really nice. And so you guys are doing a great job. And the best part is we don't have to pay for none of it, which is great. That's the best part. Well, thank you. We appreciate the fine work you guys do out there. If you need a recommendation, just give me a call.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion by Councilmember Duncan and seconded by Councilmember Elrod. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Under new business, item 12, declaration of March 24th, 2015 special election results. Our staff report this evening is by our city clerk, Angela Robles. Ms. Robles?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and members of the City Council, before you this evening for adoption is Resolution Number 2015-013, declaring the results of the March 24th, 2015 special municipal election. On March 30th, the Registrar of Voters certified the election results, and as reported by the Registrar, a majority of the voters voting on Measure V to amend the general plan voted in favor of the measure. By approving Resolution Number 2015-013, the City Council declares that the measure is carried and shall be deemed adopted and ratified as reflected in Ordinance Number 2014-018, which will take effect 10 days after adoption of the resolution. Mayor, members of the council, this concludes my report, and I would be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments from council members? Okay, please vote. We have a motion by Councilman Howie, second by Councilmember Duncan. Passes in unanimously. Item 13 has been pulled by staff and sent back to them for further work. Item 14, award of contract artificial turf installation program. Our report this evening is by Assistant City Manager, Public Works Director, Mr. Jose Allaire. Mr. Allaire.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. The city began replacing our natural turf median islands with artificial turf median islands to minimize the impacts on our water system due to the critical drought that we're experiencing here in California, and we started this program quite a few years ago. To date, the city has installed artificial turf at 21 of our median islands here at the city of Chino. And these median islands are located throughout the city on Central, Ramona, and Philadelphia. Artificial turf not only saves water, but it also reduces the use of pesticides, fertilizers, and also safeguards our system or our streets from our irrigation system that put water on the streets and add to the erosion and compromise of our city streets. Staff is proposing to continue this installation of artificial turf with the addition of 5 new median islands, which are located along Central Avenue, Ramona, and Philadelphia streets. Currently, there's $300,000 programmed in the medians and parkway operating budget to cover the cost for this installation. Additionally, staff applied for and was approved for a rebate program under the Water Smart Rebate Program, which is administered by the Metropolitan Water District, and we received $60,720 available for us in rebates. Staff then prepared the bid documents and specifications, and the project was published locally. On March 23rd, we received 2 bids. Echo Works of Brea, California is properly licensed and deemed to be the lowest responsible bidder with a bid in the amount of $249,500. Additionally, staff is requesting $24,900 for project contingencies, which brings the total project cost to $274,400. This concludes my report. Yeah, I can't do math tonight. I'm sorry.
I can't talk. You can't add. Thank you. Prior to council comment or questions, I'll open this for the public. Anybody wish to address the council on this item? Okay, I'll close the public comment. Eunice?
Jose, how many square feet does this cover?
Oh, you would ask me that. I'm sorry, I cannot remember. There are 5 median lines. We have a few large ones on Central Avenue on the northern part of the city. We have 2 along Philadelphia, which are like an average size, median size, and then 2 smaller ones, maybe average size on Ramona, south of Eucalyptus. But I don't recall the square feet on that. I apologize.
Okay, well, do me a favor and supply that to me later.
Oh, excuse me. Bob Botus has it.
Oh,
he's all
of course,
over
Bob
it.
would.
Bob
would have it.
32,000 square feet.
How many?
32,000.
See, that's our employee of the year, Bob Botus, right there. It's nice that you graced us with your presence, Mr. Botus.
And he's in a tie.
He is very excited about this project, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Well, I've had many conversations with our city manager about us getting on board with changing out not only our medians, but other areas that we don't use. Ornamental turf should really be eliminated. And I think the city needs to set the example. The governor's declaration on an increased drought condition is serious. They have yet to come out with the rules, so to speak, that we're going to have to follow. So things are a little bit up in the air right now. But bottom line is we all need to get on board. This is a very, very serious situation. It's not a joke. It's not just publicity. It's not just to get headlines. Our state is in serious condition. And so I encourage our council to support our staff in all that we can do to convert our ornamental turf to drought-tolerant landscaping. We're doing that with some of our new housing stock, obviously. I'm asked questions all the time, and this latest declaration has increased the intensity of our public's curiosity. And one of the questions they ask, and I can't answer in a way that truly makes any sense, but if we have to cut back additional usage in our water by another 25%, why are we allowing new houses?
We're not cutting back an additional 25%. We'll be
Well-
cutting back an additional 5%. We've already hit the 20%.
It depends on how they come out with the rules, Dennis, and it really is. I mean, we'll all find out
Well, he
how
already,
it's going to come.
Brown's already said what he was doing.
Well, there's
He's
a
raising it
lot.
from 20 to 25 because he was only getting 15%.
In some areas, he wasn't even getting that.
Yeah.
And so there are
His
some.
average was, I guess.
There are some locations that are going to be even worse. But the bottom line is we need to get on board. We all need to cooperate. This is our state. We're all responsible. And I hope that we as a city set the example for our citizens. If we expect them to cooperate, we should show firsthand how to set the example. Those are my comments.
Okay. I've been reading the paper, and some cities are offering a rebate to homeowners that convert to drought-tolerant yards. And I think it was 3 cities the last I read. If we could come up with some program involving a rebate that we could pass on to those folks in our city that change over to drought-tolerant or artificial, whatever you want to call it, that we might be able to kick back a rebate of maybe 5%. If Jose, if you can come up and look around, if we could initiate a program like that, can't hurt, right?
Well, there are rebate programs right now that are being discussed at Metropolitan. IEUA has added money in the past to get turf removal. They've got a program right now for landscape conversion, but it's pretty complicated to administer, and so they're thinking the next round of rebates instead is going to be a square footage type of rebate where you don't actually have IEUA or the water agencies wouldn't be in charge of converting the landscaping, but instead offering a rebate to people who prove that they have converted their turf. But we absolutely need to get on board and help in whatever way we can, but you get more bang for your buck if you can partner with other agencies, and that's all being considered right now. So, yeah, I like your suggestion, and if we can get behind something like that, we just add more
I'm sure the
emphasis.
state's going to give us a lot of money for.
They're not going to give us a lot of money.
State
but they're
didn't
gonna
give us a time of day.
They're going to give some, so is Metropolitan. I believe that IEUA has already stated that they're going to kick in something as well. So
If
there
we
are
can consolidate a program and the folks want to put in drought tolerant, the city should kick down to help you out.
Right. And you have agencies like the Chino Basin Water Conservation District that will help you even design your landscaping.
That's right. You go to Eunice's work and they do that there.
Yeah, we do.
They'll help you.
We have a beautiful
Yeah.
facility and experts that can help you. There's also free weather-based controllers available to those that live within the district that already have an old controller, and we'll actually come out and install it for you. There's a lot of good things out there for you to avail yourselves to help you convert, and I really encourage everyone to get on board.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilman Elrod, seconded by Councilmember Howie. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item 15, award of contract, alley sewer rehabilitation project. Again, a report by Mr. Jose Allaire. Mr. Allaire?
Thank you, Mayor, council members. This year's capital improvement program, or CIP, contains a project to rehabilitate alleys in the downtown area. This project, our plan is to rehabilitate 2 alleys. The first alley is north of Riverside Drive between 3rd and Telephone. The second alley is south of Riverside Drive between 3rd and 4th Streets. Staff prepared plans and specifications, and a notice inviting bids was published here locally. On March 17th, we received 9 bids. Gentry Brothers of Urbandale, California is the lowest responsible bidder with a bid in the amount of $562,309. In addition, staff's requesting $85,000 for project contingencies and $42,427 for construction engineering services. This brings the total project cost to $689,736. That concludes my report on this item.
Thank you, Jose. Prior to council questions or comments, anybody in the audience wish to discuss this item? We'll close public comment. Councilman Duncan.
Yeah, Jose, how many alleys or how many miles of alleys do we have in the city?
Boy, you guys have some great questions.
How many
for me
square
tonight.
feet? How many inches do we?
Bob probably knows.
Bob
probably does.
Well, Bob don't do alleys. He does parks.
Yeah, I mean, in the downtown area, we have
We have
several
quite a
alleys,
few,
but
yeah.
we've also grown in the preserve. There's alley-loaded products out there as well. That's why it's very difficult to answer. But the downtown area has been our focus because a lot of them haven't had attention in several years, and we're starting this program to rehabilitate these. They do need a lot of attention, and they're difficult to design and move forward. There's a lot of challenges with the design.
Okay.
Eunice, you had something?
I was going to ask a similar question, but this is very, very expensive for
yeah.
two alleys, and one of
Yep.
them extremely short. Is this going to be kind of how it's going to go as we move through the city trying to rehab the
Yeah, the
alleys?
prob-
Are they all going to be?
Well, the problem is they're
All
above.
the base is gone. They're tore
Yeah,
up.
and they're above their lot usually.
Yeah.
So now we can't go too high.
Yeah.
If we go too low, we flood the house.
Yep.
Oh my
So
God.
it's really a guessing game to get that thing done right. So
And you know the
Yeah.
shape those alleys are in.
Oh, they're bad. I know.
It has taken us over a year to complete the design on this one, which a normal design, wouldn't take that long. But each alley has its unique little issues. I mean, in this case, the utilities were very shallow. And so it requires us to move in and replace some sewer lines and some water lines. Then as you come to the streets, we got to make sure we meet all ADA accessible requirements that are upon us now that the federal government mandates. Also, above ground, on the flow of the alley, as Councilman Elrod said, you don't want to flood the homes. So when we look at these, we got to make sure the water will flow out of the area and into the catch basins that are on the
Don't
streets.
you need rain for a flood?
Well, yeah, I guess we shouldn't worry about that much. You're right, Mayor.
No, let's hope it's a problem. So how do you prioritize which alleys you're going to do?
Right now, we look at the ones that are like in the worst condition, that are really unraveling on us and have some of those issues that we can see. What we learn is, and especially on this design, is as we got into the design, the unknowns that we didn't know when we first started were these utility issues. So we look at them and which ones are heavily used, which ones are really unraveling above ground that we see, and we try to address those. We're looking forward to, and hopefully we get approved in next year's budget to do a couple of more. I know the one that's behind the Guasti Cafe here that parallels Central is really in bad shape. We're looking at that one right now. But, hopefully we'll get done with this one if you approve it tonight. And then, hopefully we can proceed with other ones.
Okay.
Any other questions? We have a motion by Councilman Duncan, second by Councilman Howie. Please vote. Items approved unanimously. Thank you, Jose. Under Mayor and Council reports, under Mayor's, first I'd like to remind everyone to come out and relive a piece of history at the Southern California Civil War Association's annual Civil War reenactment at Prado Regional Park, beginning on Saturday, April 11th at 6 a.m. and ending Sunday, April 12th at 7 p.m. This event will allow all attendees to view what life was like during the Civil War while enjoying great food and activities. Also happening April 11th is Healthy Family Day at Ruben S. Ayala Park from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. This is a great event that promotes a healthy lifestyle for all families while offering fun games, entertainment, obstacle courses, and much more. Finally, make sure you mark your calendar for the annual City of Chino Youth Track and Field Meet at Chino High Stadium on Saturday, April 18th, beginning at 8 a.m. This outstanding event gives the city local youth a chance to display their athletic capabilities through friendly and competitive competitions. I think I was told there's going to be, Linda, was it 1,800 kids?
Probably 1,200.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better, 1,200.
And see it, right?
Yeah, I'm the announcer on that, yeah. Phew. That's really a good track meet. And the first, 2 or 3 places move on to the regional?
The first 3.
First 3. and then they go from that to state. So it's a statewide type of a deal for all the schools in the state. So you really see some good athletes. It's really a great.
Chino High?
Yeah, it's at Chino High. For some reason, Chino Hills wasn't doing it this year, right?
Chino Hills canceled their meet, so we are seeing some of the Chino Hills kids.
Okay. All right. Mayor Pro Tem Ulloa.
The only thing I have to report on this evening is the corn feed run that was held on the 28th of March. It was an absolutely phenomenal event. There were 700 cars. Incredible. There are long-standing, very successful car shows that don't get anywhere near that. So once again, there's something about Chino. People really participate. It was fun. There was some absolutely phenomenally beautiful cars there. The weather was beautiful. It wasn't too hot, although it was warmer than what they had hoped. They had moved it from the summertime from August to March, thinking that it would be nice and cool. Well, I think no matter where they put the corn feed run, it's going to be warm. But it was very, very well done. Kiwanis did a fabulous job, a lot of volunteers, everyone had a great time. And it's really fun to be there because it's almost like an old town reunion. There are people there that haven't seen each other for some time. And they all get together in groups. They have little pop-up tents and all kinds of stuff. It was just really great. A lot of vendors. I don't think I heard one complaint. It was just really good. Staff is phenomenal. Our staff's out there early in the morning, I think at like 4 o'clock, setting everything up. Even our city manager was out there working at
4:30.
4:30 in the morning. Oh, he's late. Day before.
Yeah.
But I want to compliment staff and thank you all for doing such a great job because you make it truly a pleasure for everyone that participates.
Yeah, the Chino PD, my granddaughters on the Explorers, and they were out working it too, traffic control, and yeah, it was really a concerted effort.
Can we get some of those cars for our children's youth parade? You know, for the parade. There's some
Those guys wouldn't let us drive those, baby. They think more of those cars than they do their dog or wife.
It'd be great if we could get some of those cars for our parade.
Yeah,
and they're gonna let me drive a $150,000 56 Chevy. Yeah, right.
There's a lot of them that would love
so.
to participate in the parade. No, they are. They just would love to be asked. And Sparky and Blazer were there. And
who's Sparky?
Sparky, my dog.
What do you mean Spot?
No, Sparky. Sparky and Blazer.
Dalmatian
and of course, they
Spot.
always get a lot of attention from kids. They had a ball. They were over-petted, I think, but they had a good time. So that's all I have.
All right. Councilman Elrod.
Yes, I just wanted to, I had a IUA sewage policy meeting, and I guess they're going to give their presentation to us at the next meeting. So hold on to your hats, folks, because it looks like we're going to have some very big increases in our water and sewage. So if you can tune in, please do so, because it'll give you hopefully a lot of good information to justify the increases. So that's all I have to report, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Howie.
Oh, thank you. Well, the last 3 weeks have been pretty busy. On April the 18th, I attended with Councilman Duncan Chino Day at the Fair meeting. We're getting ready for Chino Day at the Fair in September coming up.
Yep.
And we're getting all the good stuff that we're trying to get more parade participants this year than we've had last year. Normally we get the high school bands, Don Lugo and Chino High, and then a number of different vehicles and people participate in the parade that goes in the afternoon around the park. So we're trying to increase that. And then this year they basically said that we could, as every year that we've been in the Chino Day at the fair, there's always been sort of a set program. Well, this year they said, well, you know, we can pretty much change the program up any way you want it. So we don't have to do the same things we've done every year. So we're sort of investigating and trying to think of maybe some new things. We've heard some different cities have come up with some other ways to honor their honorees. And so we're going to be looking at that for this year for Chino Day at the fair. And then I went to the Waste Management Open House where Randall Lewis gave a nice talk. You were there, Eunice, for that. He talked about housing, and we also talked about the water issues. And there was a lot of people at that breakfast. And then that afternoon, I attended the Special Olympics coming in July meeting that Chino Hills and Chino are going to be hosting 2 countries for the Special Olympics coming this summer in July. 7,000 athletes. We're going to have about 100 of the athletes and their entourage coming to the city in July. We'll be giving you more details about that. That's going to be a lot of fun to show these people from other countries our city before they go compete in LA for the Special Olympics. Attended a CDA finance meeting, Vector Control, Duncan's open house. He had a great open house. It was really nice over at West Valley. Quite a big place. I wasn't anticipating your facility to be that big. It was, compared to the old place you used to have. It was very, very, very nice. And then Matt Ballantyne and I went up to Lake Arrowhead to the County City Conference, where we had a good time listening to all the different things that the county has planned for us. It does. And water was a big issue. Education was a big issue for the county, trying to get more businesses, economic development, trying to attract bigger businesses to the county, trying to again create more jobs so that our residents don't have to drive all the way to LA and all over the place, trying to cut down on traffic. A lot of issues that we have, not just in Chino, but in the region, in the whole county, which has 2 million people. And the thing that was really interesting, they said they anticipate 5 million residents in our county in about 30 years. So we're going to go from 2 million to 5 million people here in about 30 years. And so if you think, we don't have some issues coming up, we got plenty of issues coming up. Traffic's bad enough, right? Exactly. And then another interesting thing, I was invited to Yanks Museum at Chino Airport, where the Chinese American community was celebrating the 70th anniversary of the victory of Japan, World War II. And, we were instrumental in helping the Chinese defeat the Japanese, and they had a huge celebration with about 300 people out at the Yanks Museum a couple weekends ago. And that was very good. In fact, Gene Hernandez was actually there from Yorba Linda. They had asked him to our former police chief. He was there, and they had San Marino and a lot of San Gabriel Valley council members and mayors were in attendance there. It was kind of like a big elected. It took an hour for all the elected officials to talk and be introduced. It was pretty crazy from that standpoint. And then, last but not least, Civil War reenactment this weekend. If you haven't been out to Prado Park for that, it's pretty exciting. It's the 150th anniversary this year of the end of the Civil War, 1865. So. If you want to stick around for the 200th, you've got to come back in 50 years. So if you don't want to do that, go this weekend. At least you can catch the 150th. And it's a lot of fun to see the armies fighting and the little towns and the music's playing and you can eat the food. It's an experience of going back 150 years. So don't miss that this weekend out of Prado Park.
I know who won.
I think there's camping spots.
But I won't say.
And there might be camping spots out there too. So is there camping spots?
I got an email last night that said there's still some openings. So.
Okay, yeah. And the weather's supposed to be in the 70s this weekend. No rain. Gonna be fantastic.
Tom, I was coming back from the beach and Caltrans is right on it. They had the detour signs already flashing.
Yeah, they're flashing.
So
yeah,
they're ready to go.
Yeah, so it's
a week early, but on that.
Yeah, it's a very exciting and it's educational. It's a lot of fun. So that concludes my comments.
Thank you, Councilman Duncan.
Yes, on March 19th, I chaired a board meeting for the Water Facilities Authority. That evening, as Councilman Howie reported on, we had a grand opening for the West Valley Vector and Mosquito Control headquarters. We honored Bill Sitton that night. Bill is leaving our board of directors. He's been around since the beginning. And as Tom said, we do some pretty amazing things there. Our labs are state-of-the-art. We do things that aren't done at any other facility anywhere in the world. Our vectorcologist and our district manager are in demand to speak internationally on some of the things that we do at our district. So it's pretty impressive, and it gives us the ability to provide a better level of public safety to our residents.
Plus but when they brought the snake out, live snake out, that's when I had to go. Because they were walking around.
Snakes, huh?
We didn't bring the rattlesnake out, Tom. We brought the gopher snake out.
Yeah, but it still looked like a snake.
Yeah.
Seen one snake, you've seen them all.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
I'm not going to stick around now.
We have some models there of mosquitoes, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, somebody asked me, is that real? I mean, it's huge. It's like...
Texas.
So, yeah, it was a Texas mosquito or Florida mosquito. But it is pretty impressive. And on March 25th, I chaired the regular board meeting for the West Valley Mosquito and Vector Control District, and we swore in Ben Lopez, who is our new board member that was appointed by County Supervisor Kurt Hagman. So that's the end of my report.
Thank you. City Manager, anything to report?
Yes, Mayor. I kind of want to piggyback on what Councilmember Elrod mentioned about the IUA. I just want to be clear that the 218 that's being proposed by the IUA is kind of we're obligated, legally obligated.
That's Prop 218 that,
correct.
That we have to mail ballots out to all the homeowners, landowners in Chino, and you vote on whether to approve it or not.
And so we're obligated to provide that,
right.
But we don't really have a say in the rates other than the structure. So just want the residents to be aware of that. And I also want to mirror what Mayor Pro Tem Yoloa mentioned about our staff. They were wonderful as far as being out there on Friday. Some of them were volunteering their time, particularly Kurt Powell, Bob Bodis, Public Works staff, Police Department. They all did a phenomenal job, and it made it a safe and fun event. That concludes my report.
Thank you, City Attorney. I don't have a report. Okay. Chief Comstock? No report, Mayor. Fire District, I don't think Shackelford's here, is he?
Gray's here.
Oh, I see you back there. Okay, thank you. All right. We will adjourn. The next regular meeting of the City Council will be held on Tuesday, April 21st at 7 p.m. Closed session at 6 if necessary. We stand adjourned. Have a safe evening.